Welcome back to my channel. As you guys could see, we have a special guest, the incredible Tom from TV Talks with Tom. How are you?
I'm fantastic, Miranda. I'm very, very excited to finally chat with a fellow Big Brother YouTuber. I feel like I've been so used to sort of just myself, Tom, talking to the camera, but now it's like talking to someone else. So it's like TV Talks with Tom and Miranda. This is perfect.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you're here. We're going to wait for a couple more people to come by. Hi, Devin. Hi, Ina. You guys know Ina. She's a mod. Hey, girl. Hi, Devin. Yes, please like and subscribe and share. And you guys, I linked Tom's. I don't know why I'm so zoomed. I linked Tom's channel in my description box and his social medias. I put your ads. I'm not great at linking. I just put people's ads. So go follow his Instagram, his Twitter, and subscribe to his channel. But I'm sure most of you guys are already subscribed because Tom, you dominated the subscriber game this season.
Crazy, right? I can't believe how much my channel blew up. It was like I did like one video, and the next thing you know, I was like, oh my god, I'm getting views every single day. And it was so exciting. And honestly, I am unbelievably grateful to every single person who's given me support, because I started out before this season, I believe I was about 160 subscribers. And I'm at about 6,000 now, which is the craziest thing ever. It's amazing.
You're almost at 7. Almost at 7,000.
Are you at 5 yet?
My subscribers go back and forth. I have a tendency to piss people off or bore people, and then I usually lose like 30 subscribers at once. I don't know where they go, but they leave, and then so I'm kissing 5,000, but I'm not quite. I haven't gone full Monty with 5,000 yet, so we'll see.
So close.
Yeah, but Tom, I actually know what number subscriber I am for you.
Really?
Yes,
really?
Because so here's a. It's not a funny story, but so I came across you on Facebook, I think. And I was like, oh, I love his thumbnail. So I clicked on it and I was like, oh my gosh, his accent. I have to subscribe. And he is a fellow Big Brother YouTuber. Like, I have to show support and love. And so I am number 241. So yeah, to see you go from when I saw you 240 to almost 7,000, that's incredible. Like, I'm so proud of you and so happy for you.
I appreciate it. You know, when I first started out this season, you know, I'd probably been watching like you and Jolene for a couple of years. You know, I'd sort of seen what you were doing. And I was like, when I joined the ranks, it was like, I know you put the Big Brother Mount Rushmore in the thumbnails. You guys were like the Mount Rushmore for me. So I was like, oh my God, it's Miranda and Jolene. So it's honestly so cool being, you know, if I can say I'm up in the ranks now, but it's awesome to be amongst you guys.
Yeah, you're above me and Nerdtainment in subscribers. People love you, and it's totally understandable. You are such a like nice, genuine guy, and you come in with the Big Brother facts. Whereas I am very much like, oh, F this person. This person's annoying me. Like, I can't stand so and so, or like I'll go like a week or two without even posting any Big Brother content. But you are very on time. Like, you post a video every day, which takes commitment, you guys. It is not easy. Even I know a lot of people think that what we do is easy, as far as like, oh, you guys are just sitting in front of the camera and talking. And I'm like, no, it takes a long time to get together what you're going to say.
That's right.
Get ready for the video, film it, edit it, upload it, all this stuff.
And the thumbnail, everything, every single editing, it takes forever, but it's totally worth it.
Yeah, it is. It really is. But you kill it with the everyday stuff. I can't even consider every day. So
well, it's crazy because I mean I have to sort of create the videos every single day on my lunch break because I've got work alongside it as well. So I'm sort of like every single lunch break I'm like, right, Tom, focus. It doesn't matter if I don't get food. I'm just like, get the video done, and I'm like, I'll snack later. But honestly, that's so much fun. I just love doing it.
Yeah, people are saying that there's technical difficulties. Both of your audio keeps cutting in and out. No.
Oh no.
So we were worried about this, you guys. For Tom and I, it sounds perfect. Or at least for me. I guess I shouldn't
sounds
speak for
fine
Tom.
on my end, yeah.
It might be a technical problem on actual YouTube. But I don't know. Maybe it won't be this bad at like a replay. I don't know.
Should we give it a couple more minutes, see how it goes, and see what people are saying?
Yeah, yeah. Let's just keep talking, and then if
Yes,
people
of
keep
course.
having issues, then we'll just either keep shooting the shit or decide to try this another time.
Awesome. Let's shoot the shit. Let's go.
These stupid things suck. Anyways, okay. So now that we talked a little bit, I want to ask you, what inspired you to start your channel? Like,
To be honest, right? Okay, so like this is like a weird story for me. So I'd started college in the UK. So college you start at 16 in the UK. Oh, B, thank you
okay.
so much. But basically, you start at 16 at college in the UK, so you go straight there after secondary school. And I dropped out of college, so it doesn't sound the greatest. But anyway, I was sort of in a limbo for a bit. Started the channel, ditched it for a bit, ended up getting an apprenticeship at a place called ITV. It's one of the big television companies in the UK.
Okay.
It's like alongside like BBC and all that sort of stuff. So I got that, and then when COVID struck and we all found ourselves at home, I started up the channel again, and then here we are now. So very exciting, and everything turned out quite well.
Nice. Yeah, it did turn out very well.
Yeah.
Real quick, so after Big Brother is over, what kind of shows can we expect you to talk about on your channel?
So I've already started covering the Amazing Race, which is so much fun. I've done you saw the premiere the other night, which was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. So the Amazing Race was awesome. So I've started covering that. A lot of people want me to cover Big Brother Canada as well. So I'm thinking of covering that. I wish Big Brother UK was still on. I really do.
I know.
I would have loved to cover that. But I guess just any sort of like strategy based show. Like I know a lot of people want me to do the Circle as well. So I might do the Circle. But I would just expect Big Brother Canada, Amazing Race, and Circle for now. We won't say anything more.
Okay. Well, those are great shows. So busy. It isn't your internet. I think it's our connection. We have to remember that our boy Tom is overseas. So there's definitely gonna be connections issues, I'm sure. I mean, it's bound to happen. But with that being said, what are your overall thoughts on this season? Let's rate it. If you could rate it, 1 being the worst season ever, makes you want to vomit and diarrhea, to 10, something that you would rewatch until the end of time. What would you rate it?
Okay, so I wouldn't go to the vomit and diarrhea end of the spectrum, but I also wouldn't go up to the rewatch section. I've got a feeling I'll never rewatch this season. I will probably put a bet on the fact I would never rewatch the season. But for me, I can never give a Big Brother season 1 or 2, but it's sort of near that end of the spectrum, I would have to say. I'll give it a generous 3. We'll say 3.
That's very kind of you, because I would definitely give it a 2, maybe 1.
Okay, yeah.
I guess I probably shouldn't be that harsh on it, because I'm still grateful that we even got a season, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess if I'm trying to be positive about the situation, but that's about as far as my positivity. We take notes that people do YouTube videos about this. Yeah. So the fact that they are still doing awfully strategic wise, the fact that they are still saying questionable things is just disappointing.
Totally, I really do agree. And I saw it, let's call it a disappointing stat, or an even iffy stat, we'll call it. I saw an iffy stat today that said this was the first season in 17 years to not have a back door.
Yeah, I think, did you retweet that? I feel like I saw you share that, possibly.
I don't think I did. I think I saw, I think it was one of the Big Brother YouTubers, though, who shared it.
Oh, okay.
But I was shocked by it. I was like, come on, this is an all-star season. There should be at least 5 back doors, you know. I just thought it was, it's not the greatest, is it?
Maybe we should have known that it was going to be a crazy season, like, in terms of, I feel like I'm being mined, F-U-C-K-E-D. My daughter's right over there, so I can't really say the word, but you guys know what I'm saying. Because Christmas was on. How did you feel about Christmas being an all-star season?
It was, I think they rang the phone book and decided that Christmas was the only one who picked up the phone. So I think that's probably how they got her on that season. At the start, I was willing to give her another chance. I was like, okay, because I thought she had potential with her, her broken ankle last time. I thought, let's give her a go. And the first couple of days, I was tweeting going, oh, Christmas has got a real good chance this season. She's looking really promising. And obviously those tweets haven't aged too well. So, and she's going to be heading out the door this week, and probably rightfully so.
I think I said something similar. Oh, these things keep falling on my big ass ears. I think I said something similar in the beginning of the season in one of my videos. I was like, I can't believe I'm actually liking Christmas right now. And I want to say it was about a week later that she reminded us of why we didn't like her in the first place.
Pretty much.
What was your most devastating so far eviction? I'm curious.
Okay, well, I have to split it two ways, and I know I'm going to get different, but it has to be Janelle and Kesa. I can't single out one of them. Just seeing both of them walk out the door sucked so much. We'd waited so long for them to play again, and you know what? Even for the moments we did get them on the feeds, absolute gold. Like, you know, we're going to remember it forever. And I don't know if you saw the clip as well that was sort of sent around on Twitter where they would sort of kept saying I'm 40 and stuff like that. I found that so entertaining when they kept referring to their age. But it was so funny to watch them on the feeds. It's just so disappointing that they had to go out. It really is. And, you know, I think it was because of a block alliance sort of picking everyone off one by one, which is a real shame. They played good, don't get me wrong. They've done good, but it's just disappointing for us as viewers to see all these legends go out so soon.
Yeah. It was real disappointing, but it was nice to see them together again.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It was a reunion that we didn't know we needed. I guess if anything we got out of that, it was Janelle and Kaser and Bailey and Davon. It was really nice seeing Bailey and Davon connect and try really hard to get further in the game. I wish Bailey had gone a little bit further, but it's really hard to just go, oh, they should have done this and this. It's already done, you know?
Yeah, that's it. It's Big Brother. Unexpected. Yeah.
So what do we want to see happen this at the end of this week? Because there's really not much that can happen, right?
Well, I think we all really wanted to see Cody and Nicole split up, didn't we? But that's not going to happen. And to be fair, I've got to hand it to Cody. He has played a good game. You know, with the hand he's been dealt considerably pre-season. Won't say anything more on that. But I think Cody's just got this game in the bag. Like, you know, I think if Nicole had won veto or Christmas had won veto, it probably would have shaken things up a little bit more, because I feel like Nicole could have slightly maybe flipped things up. But Christmas was going to be the one to get rid of Cody. She didn't finish it. She promised competition Christmas to show up, but that didn't show up. So I just think the only thing that would have really changed the outcome of the season would have been Cody leaving this week. But I think the fate of Big Brother 22 is officially sealed.
Yeah, huh? So I'm trying to remember. We still Enzo. No, we have the final 3 competition. It's like 3 parts, I think, if I remember correctly.
That's right. Yeah.
And then whoever wins part 3 is HOH, and then evict. So Enzo needs to win.
Yeah.
Or else he's playing for 3rd. I'm pretty sure that's what he got.
Even if he wins, he's going to play the second. I think if he gets to
well, you think Nicole would win over Enzo?
Yeah, I do. I think a few weeks ago I wouldn't have said so, but I think now that she won the head of household and veto in the same week when she won the BB Comics, I think she stands a chance of winning. I think if she's next to Cody, the jury don't want to award a 2-time winner, so that's why they'd vote Cody. But I think because Enzo didn't make the big move of getting Cody out this week or something like that, then. Yeah, I think he's got it in the bag. He really does. Yeah,
I guess if you lay it out, it does seem like that was his only way to win, was if he had gotten Cody out, because he got Bailey out, right?
I think so. Bailey? Yeah, I think he got Bailey out.
Or was it Ian? I can't remember.
Danny got Ian out. It was that crazy week where David came off the block, and that was crazy, that one.
And Danny was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that there's so many people saving themselves." Like, shut up, Danny. Like, you wouldn't have done the same. But yeah, okay. So I'm pretty sure it was Enzo who got rid of Bailey, and that really was his only move this season, I think, right? I've kind of blocked out the majority of the season, to be honest.
No, because a lot of people always ask me in the comments, how much do you think the biggest move of this season? There really hasn't been a big move. No. You know, one sort of move that you can go, wow, that's all-star worthy on an all-star season. There's just been nothing really. And I think the one, if anything, it would be Tyler taking Danny out. It wasn't massive, but it sort of mixed things up a little bit. But I think that's the only really move that stands out to me as the big move of the season.
Yeah. Trey asks, what was Enzo thinking? Did he really think he could beat Cody in the end? I don't know what the hell he was thinking. I have no idea. I don't know. Neither does Tom.
No, there's no answer to that. Enzo, no, just no.
It's mind-blowing to me that people like Kaser and Janelle laid this all out for everybody. And nobody, except for sort of Bailey and Davon, but not really either. They were kind of resisting it as well.
Yeah.
Nobody really was into, but I guess at that point it was like, what could anyone do? Their side wasn't winning competitions.
No.
It was kind of like a just a dead men walking kind of situation.
Right. Do you know, I think a pivotal moment of the season, though, I know it's crazy, but cast it back to week 1. If Kevin had been taken out week 1, I think that could have really changed the season up, because it would have really set the tone.
Yeah,
Kevin,
with Keisha staying.
Exactly, with Keisha stayed, I think that's another number for Janelle and Case's side. Not saying she could have won any comps, but Kevin was, going to every single person in the house and selling them all out. And I think Keisha would have been 10 times more a better asset than Kevin was.
Yeah. One major hottie. Hello, one major hottie. I love your name. The people voting have the power to evict, not the HOH. Yeah, what is your thoughts on this group project, Big Brother, that has now suddenly blossomed the past couple of years? Where they go with what the HOH wants, and whatever he wants, we'll do. Oh, what Cody wants, have you talked to Cody?
It's so, oh God. It's pack mentality, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
It's like high school mentality, where it's sort of just do what the alpha wants, and it's not really entertaining viewing, is it?
No.
But I've got a feeling, say if Janelle was HOH, nobody would do what Janelle wants. It's only because it's Cody sitting up there, everyone's sort of kissing his ass essentially, and saying that. And I think it's very subjective to actually who would have been in power. But for sure, I mean, let's cast this back to All Stars 1. We do the opposite of what the HOH wants, and that is telly. That is what we want to watch. That is good TV.
Exactly. There was actual backdoors and blind sides.
Yes. Yeah.
People playing the game for themselves, not for someone else.
Right.
And that's the Big Brother that we all fell in love with. I don't know what the hell it's become. I don't know why it's become what it has, but it is frustrating to watch. But here we are, still watching it, still making videos.
It's an addiction. It's literally an addiction. Even though it goes downhill, let's say that, it's like we just can't stop watching, because every single one of us has that tiny bit of hope in us, but that hope keeps getting demolished every single week.
Exactly. Every season since I think 16, really. Hello, love. Hi, Miranda and Tom. Oh my God, my 2 favorite Big Brother YouTubers doing a live. So awesome. I found you guys this year. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
She loves us. Thank you so much, love. We appreciate the support.
Thanks.
Rommel says they need to get Cody out, if you ask me, but other than that, Christmas can go. Bye, bitch. Yeah. We don't like Christmas over here. We in my corner of YouTube are not Christmas fans at all. She's trash. Like the worst. But yeah, there really isn't much. Like, Enzo really screwed himself over. And I think he might have mentioned that on feeds the other night, where he was like, I'm playing for third.
Yeah,
right?
It was last night. He was sort of saying he's made the biggest mistake. He doesn't know what to do now, and he was sort of saying, "Oh, yo, bro, we've got to win this. We've got to win this final head household, yo." And if he doesn't win it, he's playing for third. And I still think part of him believes that if he takes Nicole or Cody to the final 2, it doesn't matter who. I think he still believes he can beat Cody. I don't know what planet he's on. He's definitely not on planet Big Brother.
I think he has a better chance, I would say, of winning against Nicole.
Yes, agreed.
Because she is a previous winner. She is a previous winner, but that's also going to work in her advantage. She's going to be like, you guys, I'm already a winner. I've won before, and you guys let me make it this far. So really, I mean, that's great gameplay on my end. And I'm like, okay, lady, like, you cried the majority of the season, but nobody else knows that,
It's weird because I must say great impression, by the way, there. But I think when you compare, like, that's All Stars 1, Dr. Will, he made it to, obviously spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, but he made it to the final 4 and he was taken out there. And I know I said in one of my videos the other day, I sort of said, look, Nicole has made the final 4 as well, but can we really compare her to Dr. Will? No, and it's sort of
No.
it's one of those things where, you know, if Dr. Will had got into the final two, he would have won and probably gone down as the greatest Big Brother player ever. Obviously, he's up there right now, maybe alongside Dan, potentially Derek. Derek has sort of had a few points discredited from him after this season, I think, even though he wasn't even on it. But I think I think Nicole getting to the final four isn't as impressive as Dr. Will, so I don't think they would reward her the win in the final. I think Danny will be saying, you know, she'll be campaigning to all of the jury, start saying, "Oh, Nicole deserves to win the game. She's done fantastic," because Danny's basically Nicole's hype man in the jury,
Yeah.
and it's worked out all right for Nicole. But I just don't think everyone's gonna reward that, because I just think all stars in general. I mean, I just don't think they like to reward somebody who's won the game already. I think they want to give it to the dark horse. And even though Cody isn't a dark horse, he's just played a very dominant game. And I think that's often viewed as a very good Big Brother game. So I think that's who the jury's going to give it to.
Well, the majority of the jury is made up of his alliance, who were trying to protect him the entire season. So he really set himself up very nicely. Or production helped set him up very nicely. I don't know. A lot of people are debated about the first competition that he won, the fairness of that competition. But to be fair, there was times where people could have put him up and gotten him out. I definitely think that there might have been some deals made before the season started. I think a lot of it was, hey, if you help get Cody this far, or if you help me get this far, you know, I'll buy you a car, or I'll take you on a trip, something like that. I don't know what the rules are now. I know when Evil Dick played with Danny the first time, I know that he was able to buy her a car and things like that. I don't know if it specifies in the rules now, like you can't get anyone gifts with your money, but you know, I just the fact that people were covering for him so hard this season is just so suspicious to me.
It's like people have cared more about Cody's game than their own game, right?
Yeah, isn't that so odd? All stars worrying about Cody's game over their own.
Exactly. Even like week 3, 4, everyone's like, let's do what Cody wants. Even when Cody wasn't the head of household, it's like Cody said he wants to Kaser, so let's get Kaser out. It's just, it's like, it makes you think, doesn't it? I won't say anything more on that, but it does make you think what could be going on.
Yeah. Well, the conspiracy theorist in me loves a good, you wonder, or what if, one of those situations. So I just have to kind of sit and ponder, what would make me want to defend someone else's game so bad, other than possibly getting a nice, cool trip to Italy at the end of all this? Even if I don't win, which the likelihood in an all-star season of someone winning is not that great. So I don't know. That's just
flip on its head, though. It's pretty crazy, though, to think if people care more about a trip to Italy than the actual 500 Gs. Like that's what we're playing for. This is all stars, don't like. It's like like you say though, like people had an opportunity to get Cody out, they didn't do it. Even his alliance could have flipped on him. It's not like, you know, lines have been drawn in the sand where you have to be on the opposite side of the house to take out Cody. Make the big move. You're in Cody's alliance, strike, and then get that on your game resume. Tyler was the only one who sort of went rogue from the alliance, and then he ended up in the jury. Unfortunately, I do believe that Tyler could have gone on to win the game, because I think it was the only really notable move of the season, flipping and taking Danny out. But I think because it's sort of like Cody hasn't made a big move, it's just been sort of very consistent, and that's all. But like you say, though, I mean, I'd rather go for the 500 Gs than a trip to Italy, and that's just me.
Well, absolutely, definitely. But I'm wondering if some of them were kind of maybe doubting their potential to win, you know? Sure, I'll help Cody. I might still win, but the likelihood I don't, then at least I could say I helped him get where he is, and he's taking me to Italy. I don't know. I'm a broke bitch, so I see Italy. I'm like, yes, I will totally help you get to the end. But that's just me. I don't know. I mean, Nicole Franzel, she has so many sponsors that in her nursing degree. So why would she need the money? I'm being sarcastic, people.
I think, like, to bring up David, right? I think because David doesn't really get talked about that much actually since he's been gone, but I think David realised his time was up, and that's why he took the 10 grand in OTEV. I think it was OTEV he took it in, and I know a lot of people give him a hard time over that, but I genuinely think like there's no way David was going to make it to the end. So I honestly, like, I'll applaud him for taking that 10 grand because there was just no way he was going to make it. And I think I don't imagine that he had many things going on potentially pre-season or anything like that. So I do genuinely believe he made the right decision there, and I stand by that. And I don't like it when people sort of say, "Oh, you're playing for 500 G's, David." There's no way he was going to get to the end. Like Memphis was so hell bent on trying to get David out. There was just no way he was making it, and Memphis had the backing of all these other people, so it was just like, yeah, there was no chance.
Exactly. Yeah, and even if you were to make it to the end, they weren't going to give him the 500 grand.
No way. No way.
They just weren't going to. And that it really sucked seeing the way that Memphis was so like just going after him. He was like obsessed with it almost. I don't know if you guys have Lifetime channel over there, but over here we have Lifetime channel, and they're like all movies about people who are obsessed with other people and like murder them and stuff. And that's the vibe that Memphis gave me towards David, was like Lifetime movie obsessed with getting him out for no reason. So when David got that money, I was like, go David, you get that 10 grand. I am proud of you. I am happy for you, because that's probably as much as you're going to get out of this, other than the rest of his stipend. So add the 10 grand onto that, and he is way richer than he was coming into it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Totally.
Hi, Total.
Hi, Total. I think it was a weird one with Memphis, because it was sort of like, what reason did he have to get David out? There was no strategic move behind it. It was sort of like, let's just get David out. And I think Memphis, he even realizes now, if he could have taken Cody out, or even Enzo, or even Nicole, Memphis could have still been in the game right now. So it was a total waste of every single time he was head of household doing this whole Memphis dictatorship thing, where he doesn't listen to anyone. And I just think, even though a lot of people say, "Oh, Memphis has played a great game," he's played well socially, but both of his HOH reigns. Did he have three? Did he have 2 or 3 HOH reigns?
I think he had 3.
3.
I could be wrong. It might have been 2.
I'm not quite sure. I think, who knows? Anyway, but either way, every single one that he did was just, it did nothing to the game. It was just, I mean, like, what's he going to say when he gets to the end? He took out Nicole Anthony. He took out David. Wow, Memphis, that's an impressive game. Not. It's just like, there's nothing to say. Yeah. So Memphis was very random gameplay.
Right. Yeah. The way that he acted, like, I really hope that he feels good about his gameplay. Once he leaves and sees that it got him nowhere, because I mean, I don't know, I guess maybe it got him what, 4th or 5th?
5th. No,
5th. So I mean, congratulations, you got 5th, but you were 2nd, so you kind of sucked.
Yeah.
So way to not surpass your previous mark. But yeah, I think I agree with you. I think so if Nicole were to win the final HOH and get rid of Cody, that would redeem her for this. Well, not redeem her, but first off, it would make me points in my draft that I keep talking about. Second, I would be like, okay, I'll accept you as winner then. If you get rid of Cody. But you don't think that she would do that?
It's tough. I feel like she is another person who is very much protect Cody, and I think the friends outside the game as well. So I think it would sort of be a betrayal to the friendship if she didn't take him to the final 2. But if she wants to win the game, and I do think as well, Nicole knows what she's doing. I think a lot of the time people go, "Oh, Nicole's not the greatest game player," but she knows what she's doing. She did nothing for the first 9 or 10 weeks, and then all of a sudden she goes into gear, and then all of a sudden everyone's going, "Oh, Nicole's not too bad," and she knows that people are impressed by that. So I've got no doubt that I think she may evict Cody in the end. I don't think it's a definite, but I think she may do it. But I think she knows she can win against Enzo. I think she knows she can't win against Cody. But I think it could be one of those moves where it's sort of like Cody taking Derek to the final 2, just honouring the friendship and basically not wanting to win yourself. And I think it's more sort of, let's just be nice to the person we've worked with also, rather than playing a game where I can win $500,000. It's a no-brainer to me. But I think she could take Cody. I really do.
So if you were next to your real life friend, would you take them to final 2?
It's a classic. It's a classic. Honestly, it really is. I think it's. Oh my God! You've thrown this one on me right now. I don't even. I know. I've literally just talked the talk there, but I don't even know if I can walk the walk. I would have to be in the house to know myself, because if I knew I could beat the person in the other person, I would. If I knew I could beat the friend, I would take the friend. But if I didn't, I would potentially have to cut them, and it sounds horrible, but it's Big Brother. I mean, people aren't wanting to watch, it's not Love Island or Friendship Island. We're watching Big Brother.
Yeah.
This is big moves. We're not making friends.
Right.
And two, I think a friend would understand as well, because and it's I know, like you say, the rules are you can't like give them a cut of the money, but I'm sure you're going to spend a bit on your friend. I mean, I'm sure you're allowed to do that. It's not like
I'll
saying,
take them to Italy.
Exactly, that's it, and then it's sorted. No questions asked.
So Merrick actually brings up something funny. Miranda would remove Sarah in a final 3 over Jolene. So Jolene, Sarah, and I, we've talked about this hypothetical Big Brother YouTubers. Big Brother.
I'd love that.
And so Jolene final 2'd with Busy Blue.
Okay.
And I forced Sarah into final 2 with me. We didn't even know if you would want to play our hypothetical game.
Of course,
but you're welcome to my final 2 that I forced into with Sarah. But we were talking about this in one of my last lives, and someone asked me if it came down to Sarah or Jolene, who would I pick? And I said I would cut Sarah in a second because Sarah would win. She is very reserved, very smart, very not saying Jolene isn't smart, but Jolene is a lot more emotional like I am. And I'm sure we would piss a bunch of people off because we just can't keep our mouths shut. And I hate to say it, but if you were in my final 3, I would probably cut you too.
If I was playing alongside myself, I would cut myself also. I feel like when it comes to the Big Brother YouTubers, like I'm like the person who goes on about the facts and the statistics. So I feel like everyone's like, if there was ever a Big Brother YouTube season, get Tom out first week. I know for a fact that would be the case. I know every single person would be gunning for me. And I've had people ask me this in lives as well, say, Tom, look, if there was a Big Brother YouTuber season, who do you think would win? Everyone, it sort of goes, well, I sort of say to them, like, I'd hustle, I'd 100% do it. It'd be so much fun, but I'd be gone first week. There's no question about it. I would have to go for that veto because I know everybody would be trying to get me out.
Well, I wouldn't cut you that soon. I would need you because I know, I know that nobody would really want, because I piss people off. I have a hard time keeping I'm very nice until you piss me off and you irritate me. Then I'm like, can you stop YouTubers?
Yeah.
So I would definitely want to keep you around because you're friendly. You're very smart. I know that you're strategically there. I would love to see you and Sarah bounce some ideas off each other. I know you and Sarah would be like, okay, Miranda, Jolene, you guys need to go piss so-and-so off so they can get razzled and shaken before the veto, okay? And we'd be like, yeah, they pissed me. They didn't put their Q-tips in the trash can. I was going to yell at them. And I could see Busy also. Busy would probably be with us too. He'd be like, you know what? They didn't do this either. They didn't put their knife in the sink. I'm going to go mess with them.
Busy would be legendary. Honestly, we need to do this. We need a campaign to CBS for all of us to get on one season. It would be incredible.
I've been saying that it would be smart of them to do like Big Brother YouTubers with, randoms. But I don't know if I would make it that far. I really think that you would because everybody loves you. You don't really get irritated very easily. I think that you can keep your mouth shut nicely. I cannot. I can't control my face. So I'm sure I would be evicted number 2 or 3. But I'm self-aware.
Miranda, he's a promise. If we are ever in the Big Brother house together, I'm using the veto on you, so you're not going anywhere through the first few weeks.
Thank you. Thank you. You would never want to do that to my daughter, would you? You would never want to be a part of my daughter's eviction, right?
Of course not. On my daughter's birthday.
No, I would definitely use my daughter as like, you're really going to put me up on the block, possibly get evicted when I have a daughter? Really? And I would cry. This is her education.
Use the emotions. That's exactly it.
Maybe I shouldn't be telling my strategy on a live stream.
Just stop from now on.
All right. Busy says that he would be out first. I would be right behind you, Busy. We wouldn't last, Busy.
We would say Busy with the veto as well. I'll just get some sort of Pandora's box twist. We all need to stay. Three personal lines. Us 3. We're making it to the end, guys.
Right. And we'll add Jolene and Sarah. I'll be the Franzel. I'll let go of Jolene and Sarah and I'll keep Busy and Tom. No, I'm kidding. I don't think I would win against any of you guys. You are all so likable and sweet. It's
I think I just
just
find
it
it
just
so
wouldn't
hard
happen.
getting to the end. Like I would just, it would be such an uphill battle.
Right, it would be. If
Yeah.
you were on a regular season with just anybody,
Hmm.
would you want to win the first HOH?
Ah, okay. Well, I was talking to a friend yesterday and they asked me this question
Oh,
actually,
oh,
and
really? So you already
yeah.
know.
So always, I've said no, right? I've always said no. I wouldn't do it, right? But and this is no way saying I would play a Cody game because I couldn't dream of it. But Cody won the first HOH of the season, and look where he is now. He, despite I know a lot of people say there could be preseason things going on, he genuinely did make some connections in week one. And I think often with the HOH, like it's the stigmatization of if you're the first HOH, you'll go out week two. It doesn't always happen. I mean, statistically,
Right.
it lesser happens, and you can if you set the tone. Whoever's the first HOH sets the tone for the season. So I think potentially go for it. It would honestly depend though how I would feel it, on first night, socializing with everyone. If I was having a feeling that someone was giving me the side eye in the corner, then I would go for the HOH. If I knew everyone was kissing my ass, then I wouldn't go for it. It's just a
Yeah.
matter of how you're actually feeling. But overall, I'd say yeah, I'd go for it. How about you?
Right. I would totally go for it. I've said that for years. I would go for the first HOH because I feel like the first HOH sets the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And generally speaking, I shouldn't say like every season this happens, but for the most part, every first HOH, the alliances come to them,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and they stick pretty steady with it.
Yeah.
So to speak. And so, especially with people now group mentalitying or group projecting Big Brother, I'm sure a large amount of people would flock to the HOH. Oh, I won't put you up if we work together. I love you. Let's work together. I have good vibes from you. That's usually
Good
how it
vibes.
starts.
That's it.
Yeah. And so I think that the first HOH is important to win, in my opinion. A
Yeah.
lot of people, like you said, aren't really into the first HOHs. But I think that they set the tone, and in a game like Big Brother, you want the tone set by you.
Yeah.
You don't want people, yeah, you probably piss one person off, but if the majority of the house comes to you for an alliance, what's that one person? What's the likelihood of them winning the next HOH?
And then every other person could pick them off. But do you know what? Right, I'll throw this question to you. Right, okay. So say if I don't know, it was week one and you went the HOH, and you were in like an alliance of 6 or something like that, right? And say one of those people in that alliance were on the block, right? Would you use the veto on that person and put a target on your back, or would you let them be a lamb to the slaughter? What would you do?
This is week one?
Week one.
Yeah. Well, I think
go?
I would have to let them be a lamb to the slaughter because that is too early to be making moves like that.
It's very bold, isn't it? Like
it's a little too bold. I think that's like week 4 kind of bold.
Yeah. Say okay, I'll flip it though a tiny bit. Say if it was someone that you'd said was going to be your ride or die until the end, would you then do it or not, or would you still say goodbye to them?
I would probably say goodbye.
Oh, cutthroat.
Because again, week 1 is way too soon to be putting a spotlight on yourself.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I would really want to win that power of veto week 1 unless I had to, like unless I was getting a vibe where I'm in trouble, but I might even just throw that first POV.
Yeah, you've got to,
because at that point you're pissing off, the HOH, whoever is. I feel like you can start pissing HOHs off after week 2.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but then again though, in modern day Big Brother, it's all follow the HOH, isn't it? So I feel like there's no pissing off the HOH, really, is there? It's sort of just like do what the HOH wants. So I think anything that you do that isn't what the HOH wants or what Cody wants, then everyone's going to be going for you.
Oh, thank you, Julie, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you for the $4.99. That helps me out a lot. Hi, Miranda and Tom. Sorry I'm late. This is my first time seeing Tom on a live. I have heard great things about him. He is the best. As he says, he's a legend. That is not something we use like towards anybody. Like I've never heard anyone go, "You're such a legend," unless they're British.
Really? See, I feel like people say it in the UK, but like I am like I swear like I must be the person in the UK that uses that word the most. Like I love calling people legends. Like when I really like someone, I'll call them a legend. Like you've got to be of a certain status for me to go, you're a legend. And Miranda, you are a legend. So I've got to say
Oh,
that.
thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Julie. Again, thank you so much. So we have 2 more minutes because you guys, Tom is a busy guy. We'll go over with some of the comments. Ina says, if someone is your ally that you truly trust and you can guarantee their safety, then you save them. That's just me. I agree after week 1. I feel like week 1 is really just everybody's a lamb up for the slaughter.
Yeah.
You know?
You can't make a bold move.
Yeah, bold moves, that's just a little too early. And I mean, obviously, if I were on the block week 1, I would want someone to use the power of veto on me. So it's not like too early for you guys. It would be too early for me though. But week 1 is just so early to me. I don't know.
If you use the veto, or like if you do anything that stands out from what the HOH wants in week 1, you are like 90% gone week 2. There's no question about it. So you have to let them go, unfortunately, and hope there's a battle back, and hopefully they come back. But
well, and likely I have already made an alliance with the HOH.
Yeah.
So
you got to do what you got to do and vote them out the door. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, I just don't win power veto. I let someone else win power veto and make that decision.
Yeah.
If someone I really like is on the block, then I'll probably let someone else. I'll let it be in someone else's hands because I don't know if I'm bold enough for that. But Sam says you guys can't go on Big Brother though. I will have no one to cover it.
We could do right. We could sit in the lounge and look at the camera and do an update every single night, as if like we are from like the house guests giving the update. That is how we cover the season.
Right.
That'd be epic.
All right. So now O is saying 2 of the first reality TV YouTubers I watched together. Heart. Yay! I love seeing so much love for Tom. The second I saw your videos, I was like, I need to have Tom on my channel. I have to. Busy says no such thing as a big move on week 1. Yeah, I guess that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's just week 1. The week 1 thing just would scare me. You know, it's so early. But then at the same time, like I've never been anyone to let anybody tell me what to do. So I wouldn't, if I was forced into playing, first off, I'm way too competitive. I probably wouldn't be able to throw it. Second off, I would hate for the HOH to be like, you need to not use it. I'd be like,
right. You're like, what are you telling me to do?
Hell up. Yeah, exactly. Like, don't try telling me what to do. I don't know who you are. You are not my dad. And then I would probably just use it as like a big, like, you know.
Screw you.
Right. All right, you guys. Tom, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Tom has to go because he's a busy dude. He is going to be going live on, we don't normally promote this app anymore, but on the TV Co app, you guys, Tom still goes live there regularly. So if you still have the app, then go follow Tom. He's going to be going live tonight. And so I told him, like, we need to get you off so you can go to the bathroom, get a drink, get a snack. So, Tom, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you come on my channel again.
Of course I will. I've had so much fun tonight. We need to just like talk more about this hypothetical Big Brother YouTuber season. I like, honestly, I'd be so hyped if we got to do that. But Miranda, thank you so much for having me tonight. I've had a blast. Honestly, it's the first time I've done like a one-on-one with like another Big Brother YouTuber, and it's been great. So thank you very much.
I'm so grateful that you even wanted to come. Like, I messaged him. I was like, would you be down to go live with me? And he said yes. I was like, yes. Anyways, we will try to make that happen. Maybe we'll try for another live before the season finale.
Definitely, yeah.
But if not, then we will find a show to talk about after the season. Or we'll just shoot the shit. I don't know.
Exactly.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Fun.
I will see you guys in my next video. Tom will post tomorrow, I'm sure. So make sure you guys are following Tom and you guys have his bell notifications on so you know when he goes live or when he posts. Any parting words, Tom, that you want to say to everybody?
From outside the Big Brother house, this is Tom and Miranda. thank you for watching, everyone, and be kind
Yes.
to one another.
I'm going to end it on that. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Okay.